Salut tout le monde! I'm Soya, the community manager for Mauril. If you haven't heard of us yet, Mauril is a free app designed to help you learn real Canadian French and English. But this year, we decided to take the learning out of the app and directly into the heart of the country. We're taking you on a journey across Canada to explore our most unique cultural events and traditions. We want to help people in Canada understand each other better. Whether that's through practicing your listening, watching how we interact, or giving you the best spots to actually get out there and practice your conversational skills. So for our very first stop, we are heading to le Carnaval de Québec. I'm taking you along on this trip to show you how I, a native speaker, navigates the cultural spaces and how you can use these experiences to prepare for your trip. The Carnaval is not just a party, it's the ultimate immersion experience. It started all the way back in 1894 to brighten up winter, and since 1955, it's an annual tradition that brings the joie de vivre to Quebec. So let's talk about what you're actually gonna see and hear when you get here, because the vocabulary of the Carnaval is a world of its own. First, you're going to meet Bonhomme Carnaval, and you will be seeing him everywhere. This is Bonhomme. He's not just a mascot, he's a cultural icon. You'll see him wearing a tuque and a ceinture fléchée. That's the traditional arrow sash. This sash is actually a big piece of Quebec history. Back in the day, the voyageurs used it to stay warm and support their back when they were carrying heavy loads. Today, it's a symbol of pride. Ouais, je vais te prendre une pinte de cidre. Je pense que c'est ça que t'as. Ouais. Puis c'est quoi?
C'est du whisky à l'érable, c'est vraiment bon. Okay. C'est quand même sucré, mais pas trop fort.
Ok, je vais en prendre un shot.
Quelque chose à manger?
Je vais prendre ce que j'avais vu. Les filets de poulet, je vais en prendre 3 avec du miel.
Avec du miel?
Ouais.
Parfait. Quelque chose d'autre à manger?
Non, ça va être tout.
Ça vient avec des petites chips sur le côté.
Ah, parfait.
Super, c'est commandé.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Et voici.
Merci. Je vais prendre la facture, s'il te plaît. This is Bonhomme.
On va bien serrer les genoux ensemble. On s'assoit, il y a le pied qui peuvent frotter sur les bords, la glissade en descendant. Et on attend que tout le monde est bien. Arrêtez.
Français.
Français, parfait. Fait qu'on y va du plus petit au plus grand. On marche sur le traîneau. On va sur la partie rouge, le traîneau. Parfait, on est prêt?
Oui.
All right, amusez-vous.
Merci. Good morning. We are in Quebec City right now, and I'm gonna go step out to check out Le Palais des Glaces, the Ice Palace, the other installations that are happening for Le Carnaval de Québec, the Quebec City Carnival. As you can see behind me, I have my layers already. Whether this is your first winter in Canada or you've experienced winter here before, you know that layers are so important. Before we head out, I'm gonna grab myself a warm beverage. So here's how to order a chai latte with soy milk in Canadian French. Bon matin! Hello! Ça va bien?
Ça va bien, vous?
Ça va très bien, merci. Je vais prendre un petit chai latte avec lait de soya. C'est tout, ouais.
Ça faisait 9,78.
C'est sur carte.
La facture?
Non, merci.
Passez une belle journée.
Merci, vous aussi. Last time we showed you how to order in Canadian French, people were wondering if it's lait de soya or lait de soja because it's spelled both ways. To be quite honest, I think that if you use both, people will understand you regardless. And because you're learning Canadian French, make sure to always say s'il vous plaît et merci. So, the plan for the day is first to check out le Palais des Glaces, the Ice Palace, and then to go check out the Jardin des Sculptures, the sculpture garden, which this year the theme seems to be based on French sayings. So as we go through the sculptures, we're gonna learn some French Canadian sayings. Later this evening, there's the first of two parades that happen on the Saturdays during Carnival. So if you didn't know, Quebec City Carnival lasts 2 weekends or 10 days total. And there's a parade first in the Basse Ville, the lower city, and then the following week is in the Haute Ville, the higher city. But lucky for us, we are right along the Plains of Abraham, so that's where I'm going to take a little segue to. If you don't know the history of the Plains of Abrahams, I highly recommend you read about it, whether it's in French or in English, depending on what you're learning. So whether you're new to Canada or you're just in the process of learning French, I'll leave some links below for you to learn more about what happened on the Plains of Abrahams. So overall, if you're just visiting for Carnival weekend, take a stroll in the Plains of Abrahams. It's a beautiful sight to see. It's a beautiful walk. And in the summer, it's a really beautiful place to take a bike ride.
Probably or walk for 17 minutes. I just don't think the walk.
Le Carnaval can get quite crowded, so a word you might want to learn is pardon, ou excusez-moi, to get around the crowds. I'm in the queue for une queue de castor. Allô? Je vais en prendre une, gâteau fromage et fraises.
Banane?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci, bon appétit.
Merci. Secure. So it so happens that this year's theme for the Jardin des Sculptures, the sculptures garden, is French Canadian sayings, local idioms. So I'll be going around them and explaining to you what they mean both figuratively and literally. We have this one here with two friends counting money. This one, figuratively, if you were to translate it directly from its French words, it would be the good accounts make good friends. What it means is that if you owe someone money, you're better off just paying them back because being even or having the count straight will always make for better friendships. What does it mean when someone says se ressembler comme deux gouttes d'eau? Literally, it translates like looking alike, like 2 drops of water. But what it actually means is when someone looks like so much that they could be twins. Se ressembler comme deux gouttes d'eau. What does it mean when someone says s'enfarger dans les fleurs du tapis? Literally, it translates to trip over the flowers in the carpet, but it doesn't mean that you're doing yoga on a carpet. What it translates to is when you're getting caught up over the smallest details. S'enfarger dans les fleurs du tapis. What does it mean when someone says donner sa langue au chat? Literally, it translates to giving your tongue to the cat. Figuratively, it means I don't know, I'm not guessing anymore. Je donne ma langue au chat, I'm giving my tongue to the cat. What does it mean when someone says jouer sur les mots? Literally, it translates to playing on words, but it's not necessarily like a play on word you would hear in English. It's when you play with the subtleties of language to manipulate the meaning of what you're trying to say. Jouer sur les mots. This one is not complete yet, but what it means is le beurre et l'argent du beurre. What it means is that when you want something, you want all of it. What does it mean when someone says combattre le feu avec le feu? Literally, it translates to fighting fire with fire, but what it actually means is when you fight back with the same force as someone else would. Combattre le feu avec le feu. What does it mean when someone says se pogner le beigne? Literally, what it translates to is grabbing your donut It's when someone does absolutely nothing, slacks off. Se pogner le beigne. Tu te pognes le beigne, toi. There's plenty more to discover right here in the Jardin des Cultures, so make sure you check it out if you're in Quebec City. Salut Bonhomme, ça va bien?
Ça va très bien, toi?
Ça va très bien. Merci.
Je te souhaite une très belle journée. Merci d'être passé me voir.
It's mid-February and I'm seated outside in a dome. Je vais prendre la salade César au poulet, sans lardon, si possible.
Bien sûr.
Et je vais prendre aussi un mojito sans alcool.
Un mojito sans alcool et vous voulez la soupe ou l'entrée, ça vient avec votre choix?
Je vais prendre l'entrée.
L'entrée.
Merci. You'll hear these long red plastic trumpets all over the city. They are loud, they are festive, and they are essential. You'll also see people carrying long red canes. Now, here's a tip. Those canes are not just for walking. Traditionally, they're hollowed out and filled with Caribou, a famous local drink made of red wine, hard liquor, and maple syrup. It's definitely one way someone can stay warm in minus 20 degrees. If you're looking for action, you'll have to head to the St. Lawrence River for the course en Canoe, the ice canoe race. This is peak Canadian French immersion. You'll see teams pushing boats over massive chunks of ice. The grit and the slang that you'll hear along the sidelines, that's the most conversational French you'll probably hear all weekend. And of course, we can't forget le Palais des Glaces. Every year, a massive castle is built out of ice blocks. It's where Bonhomme lives during the festival, and it is a masterpiece of winter engineering.
Certains vont même jusqu'à dire que c'est
I'm not the only one who thinks these stories are important. To give you even more context, I met with a cultural journalist who's going to give us the 411 in French to get you started. Hearing a professional talk about the history and the vibe of the city is such a powerful tool for your listening skills. So my first question to you is, what is the Quebec City Carnival?
Le carnaval, c'est vraiment une grande fête de l'hiver. C'est une belle raison pour aller jouer dehors avec des dizaines d'activités. On peut faire du patin, on peut aller voir des sculptures sur neige, sculptures de glace aussi. Il y a des spectacles musicaux, mais l'idée, là, c'est vraiment d'aller à l'extérieur.
And how long has the carnival been around?
Ça fait déjà longtemps. C'est la 72e édition du carnaval cette année.
What are some of the best activities or events to see during the carnival?
Il y en a vraiment beaucoup, mais dans les classiques, il y a la course de canot à glace. Donc, c'est un canot habituel, mais on en fait l'hiver, donc on doit passer par-dessus les glaces. Il y a aussi les défilés. Ça, c'est une grande tradition. Il y en a un à Basseville et un en Haute-Ville avec des chars allégoriques. Et il y a un nouvel endroit depuis quelques années qui s'appelle Gougoune et Doudoune. Okay. Alors, Gougoune, c'est des sandales qu'on met l'été. Doudoune, c'est une grosse doudou. Et ça nous donne envie d'aller à l'extérieur. Il y a entre autres un ours sur lequel on peut faire de l'escalade en extérieur.
So if you didn't understand that, Gougoune means flip-flops or tongs, and Doudoune is a puffer jacket. Who is Bonhomme?
Bonhomme. Bonhomme, on l'aime beaucoup et c'est pas une mascotte. Faut pas dire que c'est une mascotte, vraiment, c'est le roi de la fête. Okay. C'est l'ambassadeur du carnaval. C'est un grand bonhomme de neige. Il mesure 7 pieds, 400 livres de neige et lui, il est là tout le long du carnaval. Il fait toutes les activités, on peut le croiser et vraiment c'est un personnage qu'on aime.
Why aren't we supposed to say that it's a mascot?
Parce qu'il parle
OK.
et c'est une vraie personne. Il y a beaucoup de mystères autour de Bonhomme Carnaval, mais à chaque année, on lui fait un palais de glace. C'est toujours une nouvelle sculpture et c'est là qu'il vit. Et par la suite, il repart, on ne sait pas trop où.
Do you have any other fun facts about the carnival you'd like to share?
Pour le carnaval, pour avoir droit aux activités, à chaque année, on doit se procurer une effigie. C'est souvent une image de bonhomme carnaval, une petite figurine de bonhomme carnaval, et il y a des gens qui les collectionnent depuis vraiment de nombreuses années.
And I saw that the theme this year was Salut Bonhomme. Is there any meaning towards that?
Salut Bonhomme, c'est une chanson du carnaval aussi, qui est un grand classique que je ne chanterai pas maintenant, mais c'est une des chansons du carnaval. Donc, il y a une grande raison pour laquelle on met Salut Bonhomme. Et c'est aussi, il fait toujours des signes, il fait des babayes, il fait des saluts. Joyeux carnaval!
N'attends pas de l'énergie explosive quand chaque fois que la sauce n'a pas force qui s'attire.
That wraps up our time in Quebec City. I have to say that my favorite saying I've heard since I'm out here is Entre, chien et loup, which essentially means like the twilight hour, like golden hour. But in Quebec City, golden hour is more like blue and pink. And I think it's such a beautiful time of the day in Quebec City. The best part of Quebec City, aside from Carnaval de Québec avec Bonhomme, il fait froid. You have to prepare for the cold parce qu'il fait froid. I'm gonna go put on my hat and my gloves and say goodbye to Bonhomme. If you're curious about learning more Canadian French or English, download Mauril, the free app developed to help people in Canada understand each other.